Heyo, my Planet Zoo friends. Johnny 5 Alive here, and I am joined with GameFace.
Hey, guys.
And Synchros.
Heyo.
And today we're going to be looking at GameFace's amazing zoo. Why don't you give us a bird's eye view before we go on in?
Okay, let's jump up here.
Oh,
we'll take a look at the whole thing.
What'd you name your park?
It's the new zoo.
The new zoo.
New Zoo 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we'll get into the reason why in just a second, but I do want to give you a plug on your Twitch. You do Twitch TV/GameFace Gamer. I'll bring it up down below, as well as a YouTube. So I'll have the links down in the description, guys. Go check out GameFace. Awesome guy, great streamer.
Yep. Come see me on my daily streams. Planet Coaster usually.
You put 80 hours into this game over the last week. That's insane. So he's been streaming a lot. If you guys want to watch some streaming, go check him out. So let's talk about your history over the last week of the beta, while we go through your park, I guess, a little bit.
Well, it's been a very interesting ride. Let's say it's been a roller coaster ride.
Party hard.
Most of what you see here is based on things that I've developed over 5 or 4 different parks. The ideas, that is. So it's advanced as I've gone. Of course, you always build a little better the next time and a little better the next time.
Exactly.
So my first park was a failure.
Mine too.
Business-wise, a complete failure.
Yeah, I think we all went through a bit of that.
Yeah, and everybody on the stream is going through the same thing as well. Everybody watching, and I have people who have been watching me play Planet Coaster for years at this point.
Can you take us to that viewing area while you talk?
Up onto the top,
right. Yeah. Just look around.
We'll go up there and take a look. This is the Hippo Enclosure.
Ooh,
that's nice.
They need a lot of space, eh? You did a good job
they
there.
do.
Or they're like the way you made the water look just natural. Like it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it turned out quite well. Put sand around the edges. That's really my thing in Planet Coaster and in games like this is I like building little worlds.
That's awesome.
And this is fun. I'm really enjoying this.
Me too. I love the game.
Yeah.
Other than some bugs.
Exactly. But it is beta, and I know.
I think once all that stuff gets worked out, this game is I'm gonna be playing quite a bit of it.
So GameFace is one of the rare. He was telling us he's one of the rare people who had the minus 700 billion bug. And you went into debt by 700 billion. There's no getting out of that, right?
No, there was not. That all started with me being in debt for about 30,000 was the bottom. After I'd taken loans out and I'd lost all of that, I was down 30,000.
I think the loans are bugged. That's causing people's money to jump around.
I didn't have any problem with them. I don't know. It might just be you experienced that and I didn't kind of thing, just like the same minus 700 billion.
Well, like I said, you throw money into a bottomless pit, which was what that zoo was basically going to just eat money. Right. I just didn't get it at that point. And it's all on the videos on Twitch, so people can go see this.
Right.
Me getting frustrated with it, but from there the next zoo I sort of had a little more control, and that's when this all happened, was in that second zoo.
Sorry, I don't mean to. Can we go look at your elephant? I've seen your elephants and ostriches and giraffes all in the same enclosure.
Oh yes.
So this is like your savanna.
I'm one of them.
Oh, what?
I have 2.
Wow.
This is my overcrowded
giraffe.
I've got zebras, ostriches, giraffes.
But see, this is what corrupted my game, was this many animals in one area, which is really sad. So if I don't know how good and stable it's going to be on release. Hopefully, fingers crossed, really good. But if I do a savanna, that will be the zoo, essentially. I'll try to make it as interactive as I can, with 8 species in one giant area. Yeah,
and again, the balance is going to be the materials that you can put in it, because this balance is not perfect in any way.
We don't have the African build set yet.
Right. But even the trying to get ostriches who have slightly different
I think one of your giraffes just died.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it is a balance. I like that little tripod rock I didn't realize there's boulders that big.
Oh,
right above
I
us.
really like the boulders.
Can we see on top of that?
That giraffe died.
Top up top.
We witnessed that.
I want to see on top of that. Okay.
Yeah, so
you
it's
need a
just-
little like giraffe statue or something up here. Be cool.
Yeah, I never think of those things because I'm always thinking, oh, make it look as natural as possible. The only thing that should look like something else is a building.
You definitely succeeded there. It looks really good.
I'm
You know,
so
of course,
excited to
there
see
wouldn't-
those enclosures back there.
Yeah, the enclosures turned out nice. I wish I could get these. Like the other goal, of course, is to get the animals to reproduce and keep going so that you're not continually populating your enclosures. And with those 2 enclosures you see in the back, that's been a problem. It's been a problem. I've had to. They basically die of old age.
See,
and I
that's the
have to
thing
go
with this
get new
game. You
guys.
build something, and then you realize you either didn't give them enough space, you didn't give them enough room, there's not enough water, there's not enough hills, and you didn't quite build for the plan. So from right now, I just learned, I'm gonna throw down a hippo enclosure and just do the bare bones. And I realized that they need like 10,000 square meters.
Yeah.
So,
But you know what?
Now I know that I can plan for it.
They're a good starter.
Oh, they're amazing. They sell well.
Yeah, exactly. They sell well on the market. They bring people to your park like crazy when
They're
you have
really
like
good, and they love herds.
yeah, and they're not difficult to breed. I found, or maybe I was lucky. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was good. I'm somewhere here, and we've got to find him. We just had an elephant baby.
Oh,
and
there he is.
Aw.
Oh, that's adorable. Look at his ears.
Oh, see if
The
I can
animal
actually-
animations are pretty good, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, everything's
Even the way the
let's go
babies run.
right in.
Like,
Oh yeah, look at that.
yeah.
It's great.
No, these guys did an amazing job. Like and we're gonna learn a lot. Like I had no idea of
It's
a lot
true.
of the things I've actually had to do. To
No, yeah.
whoops.
The Zoopedia is amazing. I'm learning a lot about animals and geography and all sorts of things.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. But so we got a very diverse population here too.
Yeah, it's
I
wonderful.
finally got the ostriches to stop breeding, and I don't know how.
Well, you can sedate them or whatever. Not sedate them.
Oh,
but
yes.
Contraceptives.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. You know,
Is there anything in this building here?
this is just a little
Eating?
information. I have a floating tree.
It's fine.
So again, I'm not really going into the buildings yet.
That's fine.
I'm gonna really get into that when I get into the zoo.
I feel like that's the way. Like I'm like, how much detail do I want to put into the beta? You know?
Well, I have no problem putting building time into the enclosure buildings, though.
Right.
Like it's little stores, little
Yes.
what I determine to be annoyances. Sandbox,
Right.
non
I've
I've kind of
sandbox
found the
annoyances.
same thing too. When I'm building, I'm just using whatever the buildings come in for now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
put some trees around it, spice up the stock buildings.
Yeah, and I've done that in a lot of places. But then I thought, I'll throw some nicer stuff
Well,
together.
the game is about the animals, so the focus should be the enclosures, and you've done
Yeah.
a great job of that. What's to our left here? You got a
One thing I
warthog.
noticed, you didn't use barriers, you used depth, like to
Yeah.
keep your animals in.
That's
That's cool.
There are barriers.
Are there?
Oh, you used landscape.
I used the
Or
null
around
barrier.
them.
You what?
The null barrier.
What's the null barrier?
Okay, should we hop out and take a look at this?
I think I know what the null barrier is. So it's a barrier that acts, so you can use it around rivers and stuff for animals that can't swim.
Where's my?
But it's like an
entrance?
invisible barrier, right?
Well, how about you explain it to us, because I have no idea.
Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about the because you can see the barrier here,
Okay.
but now you can see the null barrier.
Oh, it's invisible.
So it's exactly.
But okay, if that was on the ground, they would ignore it, right?
Oh yeah, they ignore it completely. It doesn't make a difference to them. They don't care. They'll run right through it.
Okay.
It's
But it
just
still
a null
establishes the
barrier to help you
enclosure.
define the loop of an enclosure.
Right. So I get it. So for the work roster, but then your what Synchro said, you caved it down into the ground and used that as your barrier or as your
Exactly.
enclosure. No, you made
That's the
like pits.
physical.
Yeah.
So I didn't. Yeah, I didn't
That's
want
very creative.
I didn't want everything all in the way. I wanted everything hidden and to look like this is a functional.
And
No, I like it 'cause the
Staff
guests are
thing.
walking around. They have a top-down view all the time,
yeah,
no matter where
they
they are.
naturally have a an overhead viewing. and you don't have to do
Bringing
anything.
paths up the stairs in this game aren't like the best.
And it eliminates
you
that.
get 2 angles, so
It eliminates that flat, boring zoo look that all the starter zoos end up looking like.
yeah.
Like mine. Sorry.
Can you
Been
deselect
there.
your barrier? It's giving me OCD problems. There we go.
Yes. Yeah. I know what you mean. So that's the barrier system.
That's
that
cool. Thanks for showing us
so
that.
everything's hidden.
Oh, that's really awesome.
So we've got 2 savannas here. This
Yeah,
one
that's
has the
great.
warthogs
Oh, yeah, I see.
and a couple of the other.
I think that's a smart way to do it
Smaller
because the
creatures.
warthogs do like a lot more like trees and stuff, so you can get a little bit more decorative with this one.
Yeah, and the big pool. I like the idea of the big water pool in the savannah that everybody's gathered around.
The watering hole.
Yeah, exactly.
water,
And
I
it
love it.
somewhat does it because you look around here.
No, it's
and they're all
wonderful. You
swimming
did an amazing job
around.
at this.
And I just love the way it looks from up top too.
Definitely.
It obviously
Yeah.
performs well. You're bringing in tons of cash. The guests
Yeah,
love
you
it.
got 3,500
yeah.
guests or something. It's amazing.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what's going on right now without looking. I haven't seen any animal births. I haven't seen anything. What's not a single warning because we're in this mode and I can't see that.
Oh,
But yeah, that doesn't matter. I just think it's kind of funny that I'm stressing about it.
The game
a little.
gets stressful. It's a stressful game. The alerts
Oh,
going
it-
off, gling, gling.
especially when you're in ×3 mode, it's all alerts. It's all it is.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I've got pathing problems. I've got a lot of problems. It's a growing park. It's a world that basically started at the gate, which
And you're
as
going to
you-
continue to try to work on this, but I want it. I told him let's try to get the. He's at the point of which my game corrupted, and he's already experienced that a couple times. So I feel like you might be on your last legs of your park. I'm not gonna. I hope I don't jinx it. Knock on wood, but you know you're really pushing it here. 3,500 guests. How many animals do you have?
140.
That's where my game chugged out. So
Yeah, I've had up to 150.
yeah.
And I'm hoping that these guys get their stuff together again and
Oh,
start.
the lines are the best. I have like 25
24
lines.
of them.
Yeah, and they sell in for a great amount. I have a bug though. Everything that I've been selling on the trade market, it stays in my zoo. And like I can bring them back to the enclosure and I can bring them back to the trading zoo, but they don't show up. And but like I can't get them out of my zoo. They're sold. I can bring them back to the enclosure, but now they're not fertile anymore. Their
you should see-
fertility's gone, and I can't give
Oh,
them
really?
out. I can't send them into the wild. I can't rehouse them, so they're just like stuck in my game as these duds. So,
Is that what's happening to my? Okay.
so I'm not using the trade market anymore. I'm only gonna release them from now on. I know you get a lot less money for it, but I have just like so many duds just sitting in my inventory now. I'm like, oh my god, I wish I knew
You
this.
could just make a compound or not an
let
enclosure
them all die
way
in
at
there?
the end of the park and just throw every unwanted animal in there, then just cut the
let them
path
all-
off so your protesters can't get there.
I know. I was thinking, but that's terrible. I have to make
Yeah.
a freaking prison of death.
It's a video game.
Well, you know, that's what I almost did for the vets and the maintenance crew because they just wander off and do anything they want. You set them to maintenance, and the next thing you know, you see them crawling off.
Yeah.
To take care of
think
animals.
Giving them work areas and stuff, I don't think it works very well.
No. I keep doing that and it just bugs them out. I had a guy like,
Yeah.
they started quitting and they're like, there's no, and I was like, it's, I had all the stuff that they needed and then they would like get stuck and then they would quit and they would complain that they didn't, yeah, it's just a mess. So anyways, let's,
I had something real funny to me happen. I just started making a zebra pen, like just started. I got my zebras down and then I was getting them so I could get all the proper scenery and everything for them. Anyway, so I got all their toys in there, all their food, and I hit fast forward and I walked away and I came back. It's like, your zebra's starving. I'm like, send keeper, send keeper, send keeper. And then I see them walk behind the barrier where the gate is. And then they just come walk away. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the
they
hell?
go in
And
and
like
they come back
three
out.
of my brand new zebras died that I spent
Yeah.
conservation points on. I go around and I accidentally deleted the pathway to the gate. It wasn't even a bug.
oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah.
I
You
was
know
like,
what? I was gonna say that. You know what? I thought the same
Oh,
thing.
you got
but I did it
mandrills.
myself. I have mandrills in this
yeah.
in this enclosure. That's why it's fully closed in, eh?
That's so cool.
Yeah, I do have mandrills in my trade center. I haven't placed them down yet.
So they
this
climb
is a really
all
cool
over
way
this?
of doing that.
Pardon me?
They climb all over these like jungle
Yeah, they
gyms?
do. They climb over these, and I've seen them on the rocks up the front, which is really cool when you see two of them sitting there from the front of the window.
Right.
But I did mess up here. There's not enough depth for them to get up here. I would like them to run up here. But I also think it's dangerous around the curved windows because they can walk through things.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've had that where they just like pop. They just got out. I'm like, how do you get on top of that building?
Yeah, well, I've had some of them like warp through my barriers before. It's like, what the hell?
They got telekinetic
I had the hardest
powers.
time. I watched mandrill after mandrill just walk through that door like it wasn't even there. And you know what the problem was? I had a null barrier with a door in it, so the door didn't do anything.
Oh. You know about the door.
I could not. Yeah, so now, of course, it's glass. We've taken care of that problem. But if you use a null with a door in it, it doesn't work.
I see. Well, that's good to know. Teaching us some things. I'm liking these. You're the second zoo spotlight that we've done so far, and from both of yours, I've learned something new. And
yeah, no, me too.
And now I'm getting more inspired to go back to my park and do little things here and there. Where can I use this idea? So I mean, this is great, and I'm sure the audience is going to feel the same way. You know, seeing all these different people come up with different ideas. Like your park is completely different from Jure's, and
I noticed
both
that.
Very unique in their own ways. It's amazing.
Yeah, everybody has their own ideas at the beginning. Of course, now we'll all get influenced by each other, and it'll cross-pollinate. It'll come up with some really cool parts.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the lemurs, ring-tailed lemurs in the walkthrough.
Do you have an animal on a crate on top of your building?
That's great. The guests can play with them. What is that? That's great. It just like fell from the sky. There's an animal.
There's an animal in there.
Ooh.
Oh, I love it.
Awesome.
You're not gonna unbox
That's
them?
some funny stuff. Oh man, just leave him in the box.
Oh yeah, well, I think he'll
Just drop him 40 feet and leave him in there, whatever.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
He's still shaking away.
Sorry, buddy. Go on. Ah!
He doesn't want out.
Oh, I wish the move button would work.
Oh, I know. It's so frustrating.
Because
I had to move all my animals back to the trade center because there was a duplicate of them in the trade center. So my trade center had 140 out of 30. I had to package up all my animals, put them back to the trade center, and move them back in one by one. And that took me like 2 hours.
You can only do it 30 at a time, right?
No, you can only move one at a time.
Yeah, the moving in and out needs to be set up. I've got protesters, so there's something going on.
It's
we can
fine.
check it out. Oh,
I say it's fine. Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, I got it.
Take care of that. Take care of that.
It's a few problems.
It's not bad.
When I moved my 140 animals, because there was no animals in the enclosure, all the food despawned. So when I put them back in,
they're all starving.
They all starved. And the keepers are running around trying to feed 140 animals, but you know how long it takes to do that. So I lost like a good 20.
Yeah.
I think I got it covered here.
But
we're all over the world.
The beta struggles. Sometimes it's pretty humorous, you know. Sometimes the bugs. Sometimes they're game breaking and they're heartbreaking. But
I feel kind of bad because the fact that you had such a like game breaking glitch with minus 107 billion, yet you still came up with this. The shit I'm going through is like minor compared to this, and I'm kind of disheartened from playing anymore.
I lost my park, and now I'm starting over again, and I'm like, I don't even know if I have the energy. Hopefully, by the time this video airs, I've done something.
Too.
I don't know where I'm at is I don't want to start another park, but I didn't like the way I started the park I'm working on. Though my enclosures that I'm building are good,
and just delete it all, and you don't have to start a new one. You just use your profits to rebuild. You know.
Yeah, I could do that, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a work in progress. This is the.
Oh yeah.
The I don't know.
Atrium?
Exhibit room.
Exhibit room, yes, exactly.
Atrium, whatever.
In an atrium style building, I'm ripping out the walls and doing some other things to it, so that's going to be something I need to do later. But yeah, that's the third building. So the plans are huge.
Right.
I know I'm not getting another 80 hours to do them.
Right.
But
when does the beta end?
1 week from the time of this recording.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So we got till we got to
7 days,
7
not
more
even.
days. Exactly. And I'm
Six
back
at
at
this
work.
point.
That's enough time to build a sick little Savannah zoo.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to something small. I'm gonna do lions and hippos, and then just see where I'm at. Hopefully,
yeah, if you
hopefully
have
I
the
do that.
time.
I don't want to make any promises.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel
I
a little
really like
defeated.
this idea with all of your animals running around in one enclosure. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I really like the mix. It took me, like I said, 4 zoos to get to that point, though, before I was comfortable thinking about that. And
Well, your struggles made it only takes me 2 zoos, so.
we have got another baby. So I've got the hippos off and rolling again, it looks like, because they were a problem. They lost reproductivity.
Mine haven't started breeding it. I've had them for a couple of years now.
I started with 2 females, 1 male, and I'm up to like 9 or 10.
Oh, really? Oh, geez.
But they do not like the space I've given them. But I'm packing it all up. It's just a trial zoo. I literally made a giant circle and said, let's fill it up. So I'm gonna delete it all, package up the animals, and try to build something proper. So,
So in this case,
between you and Jure, I've gotten a little bit of inspiration. So, thank you.
yeah. So there's lots of ways to hide these barriers too. I'm finding, like buildings, everything works.
Rocks, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
GameFace, have you seen the snow and the weather effects yet?
Oh yeah, that's.
Okay. Yeah. So I've had bears. I've had timberwolves.
No. You gotta try this. So, unhide your UI.
Yeah. You're right. Sorry. You know what? I haven't.
We got the 3
I
Canadians
just
in
did
here.
snow.
It's go
And
time.
I could just look
the
out
last
the window
one.
and get this.
The last one. There you go. Yeah, we can just look out the window.
Triple speed that.
We might crash your game. Yeah, get a good viewing point and triple speed it.
No. Let's
Good call.
got this one.
Here we go. Jure showed us this, and I was like, "What? Why didn't I try this? Just wait for it. Wait for it. Go somewhere where you can see some flat areas too. Yeah, look down at your savanna.
Somewhere where there's some depth and layers.
No, zoom out more.
Okay.
We're all telling them what to do. Yeah, just wait for it.
Well, I've seen that. Like I said, give it 3 months. It'll look exactly like that outside.
Are you on 3 times speed? Hit.
No, I remember it took a second for on Ure's park there. Ure?
Jure.
Am I?
Ure.
Is the plus working? Maybe the plus isn't working.
It's the 0. Or there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Boom!
And they don't care?
Hit O again.
No, they care. They care. I turned it back to sunny.
Hit O one more time. No. Just pause it.
Oh wow! And no, the snow stops moving.
And it actually blankets everything. Like
it's phenomenal.
I was blown away when Ure showed me.
I'm gonna go
this.
check out
like,
the glass buildings.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
look
I
at
wonder
the
if
trees.
the glass is heated from the inside, so it melts. That's what it looks like, at least.
Kind of, yeah. It's not stacking up on it.
Yeah, it's not.
Flat spots it is.
But it's on the roof.
I love that about this game. Now we just successfully killed all your animals. Sorry. We'll see you guys in the next video.
I know.
Lucky I saved it. Of course,
if you put on rain, it goes away right away, and the rain is super cool and is worth looking at as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
look at that big rock there. That looks amazing. Covered in the snow.
Yeah.
And the snow's the snow's not building up underneath.
Look at that. That's like winter.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so
I'm really excited to do a actual winter biome park and just use like the snow leopards, the wolves, the bears, the cold weather animals. Yeah, I'm super stoked.
So let's do that from here, and we'll take a look what that looks like. Oh, okay.
But wait for it.
I would just go in play mode. Like, look at the way it drips off the ledges and stuff.
Yeah, go look at your big rock there in the middle.
Wow.
It'll drip off like the sides of the rock, but it's dry underneath. Go underneath it.
Oh, cool. That is awesome.
Adam was like, what the hell is this?
Things I never did.
It's incredible. I got a big smile ear to ear.
Look, and the water pouring off the bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah, not the weather effects are amazing.
really. Frontier did an outstanding job at the weather. Oh, is that filling up?
Wow.
Is your look underneath you? Was that water before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we flooded your park. Because you do have nothing but barriers of, like, basically you have a giant
Big
pool.
holes, yeah, just to fill up with water. Thankfully, it doesn't work like that. We now know.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Even the
looks
way
awesome.
it like makes the rocks wet. I don't know. Like, oh.
Yeah, like the puddles.
Oh, it's puddling up on the path.
Yeah.
Puddling on the path when you look at
Wow. Cooling,
It may not-
puddling.
it. It's just like, oh, how'd you get there, tree?
That looks really good. And now you're making tons of umbrella sales.
I don't have an umbrella thing. Oh yes, I do. At the information booth. Yes.
Yeah.
I should have had an umbrella store. It's kind of weird. We have the same stores.
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
are disappointed by that.
They could have at least changed the name, or
Yeah.
But
Like
you know,
kangaroo kebabs, and there's like a happy kangaroo guy. I don't know. Something, you know? Rebrand.
yeah. But you know, if that's my only complaint, wow, this looks amazing.
Right?
Right. I wouldn't say that's my only complaint. I have many complaints at this very moment, but
Yeah.
beneath
Oh.
those complaints, there's a very solid game.
They did say this build is like several months old, and I really hope that's the case because we're 3 weeks away from launch.
Yeah,
But
I don't.
still a very
but-
impressive game overall.
Yeah, I really hope they take more away from feedback than just
they-
the surface of it.
They've got, what is it, almost 3 years of Planet Coaster with the feedback. It's generally the same.
And they still haven't fixed the picnic
Same.
benches.
Wait, what's wrong with the picnic benches?
People don't sit at them for
you
longer than
mentioned
3
that when
seconds.
you were doing Glow World.
Jeez.
That's right. So this is dynamic weather, eh?
Yeah.
So that'll rain and.
It'll also, I think, change it, like, give you a day-night cycle.
Okay, that's what it is then. Okay, maybe I'll just leave it on that so it doesn't crash because of the weather effects, because they're pretty awesome.
They are. Now,
Yeah, so
that's like a thing. I don't know if that option's, like, I feel like that option's going to be for Sandbox only, but they put it in a franchise for us to play around with. Because in franchise, it would make no sense to be like, oh, I want to just, you know, your animals are cold. Like, instead of putting coolers down, you just change the weather. Then what's the point of having different biomes and franchises, right? So I think that's a Sandbox mode that's just there for us temporary. But having said that, in actual Sandbox Zoo spotlights that we do, I feel like that's got to be something we have to do at the end of every video. Let's see it in snow. Let's see it in rain. You know, it's just going to be like the new thing.
Yeah, it is. Just because it looks so good. It's
Right?
just like see it at night. See it. Let's see it with the light.
I made that comparison.
Let's see it at night.
Yeah.
It's no, like just the little different intricate things that people are gonna do. Like just imagine like a bunch of spaced out wooden boards with like things growing through them, and then put snow over top of that, and then underneath it, certain parts of the snow didn't fall through. You know, you just get these
you'll
patterns.
have lines forming. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that'll be
on
kinda
these
cool.
super intricate little details and stuff, it'll be amazing to poke around.
Yeah. I'm really like this has actually rejuvenated my interest in Planet Coaster too.
That's what I was hoping too, for, you know, a little bit of this game gets a splash and then maybe brings in some new people and they go, what's Planet Coaster? You know, if this game's
Yeah.
any good, then maybe I'll like that one.
Yeah, it all depends on what people are here for though.
Right,
Because like I'm not here for the management sim.
right.
I'm here to build worlds that have awesome animals in it.
Well,
and
see,
all that.
I definitely love the management, and that's kind of what I like the most, but now I'm kind of like, I'm so frustrated where I'm like, I don't like the management. But I think that's just because the beta's making me salty.
That
But you know-
barrier right. Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
Peter fell asleep. That barrier right directly below you, looking over the savannah.
Yeah.
Is that like a
Yeah,
bordered glass?
How did you get bordered glass? I saw someone else do that, and I was like, hey, how...
Oh, okay. It's actually in one of the options as you're putting down the border. So when I go into barriers and choose this, there is glass.
Oh my goodness! But did you have to have that researched? Because
I don't.
I wonder if that's in. I wonder if that's in barriers research.
And look at the one beside it. You can make it double-sided if you have single-sided
right.
research.
Yeah. So if you have it, you can one-way view. So in my wolf den, I actually had it looking inside the wolf's den from the inside.
Right.
I didn't have the tech yet, though.
But
so
what's cool about that, I was thinking like, oh, well, it sucks because certain animals require like a brick fence. And I'm like, well, I can't put glass here because that's not a strong enough barrier. But if you put the brick down and put the pane of glass into the brick, it's still considered a level 4 barrier. So you can glass any barrier with that technique. That's really phenomenal.
And me with this, I was thinking, hey, I want giraffes to walk up with their face right up to the glass. Was my only thought, and I can't get giraffes to come here ever. But it's a big place, eh? So it's not like the game. It's the natural algorithms of the game that decided where things were going to happen.
Look to your right, or underneath you now. You got a box wedged. I love how it was just wedged in there.
Yeah, what? Oh, I thought the zookeeper came out of the box.
Yeah, no, it looked like it. It looked like it.
It's like, what is happening?
Poor guy.
He's an animal.
So, that's one thing I've also found, because this is my third savanna, eh?
Yeah.
Like with giraffes. They climbed the thing up onto the thing just by accident.
Oh, what?
Really?
So that's why I have these little rocks that they can't get a foothold on, and I've still found a giraffe sitting up here. I was thinking, next thing you know, I'm gonna have a giraffe trapped up here.
That's hilarious.
So, but it hasn't happened.
I wonder if they can just like sense a bit of collision with it, and that's something they can climb.
That's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. They could just stand on the giraffe.
But see, I want to know what they can climb intentionally, so I can do stuff like a pride rock or something, have the lions climb to the top of it.
Giraffe trials.
I have seen somebody do that. I saw somebody build the rock with the big huge rock behind it, and they actually had the pit.
That's cool.
Where they threw in the male lions that lost
with wildebeest.
Oh.
And I don't think there was wildebeest, but because I don't think you can mix anything with lions. I didn't look.
No, I don't think you can.
And then on the other side of it, they had, of course, the male with all the females.
Fight.
I know lemurs don't survive.
I accidentally put a peafowl in my lion pit, and I was like, uh-oh.
Accidentally, you meant to do it.
No, I didn't. I was hitting the move button, move, and it wasn't working, and then it popped out.
I had some lemurs that were close to death, and they ended up in my grizzly bear pen somehow. I don't know how they ended up in there.
Yeah, I haven't.
I can't explain it.
I haven't done that yet, but look at this, like a crate just popping out of the water. Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I have put some of these guys in this other savanna by accident, which it's gonna happen. And
yeah, I guess if you're like doing it quickly, you might accidentally throw them in there.
Yeah, and they don't like it. No. They did not like it at all.
There's probably a fairly specific balance you have for each of those.
And yeah, that's it. In order to have the
you're trying to fulfill all three landscapes for every type of animal, along with the landscapes is probably the hardest to balance because you're constantly clicking between all three or four animals, however many you got in here.
Yeah.
While you're doing it.
Well, they're all very similar.
They are, yeah, but it's a little bit different valleys. But for the most part, it's short grass and soil.
Yeah.
Whoops! I'm trying to get my giraffe unselected here. There we go.
Is there anything else we haven't seen here? Do you want to give us an overhead view of the park?
Let's back out of here. Whoa, and see.
I don't like those big trees. They're just too big.
I'm with you on that. They seem weird.
Are they?
Yeah, I don't like them. Like I don't know. Like
they look strange. We're just not used to them.
Yeah. See, I thought it looked great in the middle of my savanna.
No, it looks
yours
good
doesn't
there.
look bad because your savanna's down low.
Right.
Yeah,
so
maybe
the tree
that's
isn't quite as high. But if you put it in like a level park, it looks like crap.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this tree?
Yeah.
This spreads out quite a bit to this side here, and
that
of course,
big and
like
sprawling.
Yeah,
Well done.
it's a work in progress.
That's
it could be gone tomorrow.
It could be. And that's why we're spotlighting it today. Boom! All right, so everybody, once again, check out GameFace Gamer. Did I say that right?
That's right.
GameFace Gamer on YouTube and Twitch. Links are down in the description below. Thank you so much for showing us around your park today.
Oh, so glad I could.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun. Thanks.
How about we do it again on release? A few weeks in, once you've gotten something going.
Well, yeah, we definitely could, because I don't know if I'll be able to spend the amount of time I've spent over the last week on something new as I have on this.
Take your time, have fun.
This may exist then. We don't know that yet.
Right.
We could get to keep our stuff, or it could all be gone.
But either way, I know you're going to build some awesome stuff. We've featured you in the past, what was it, Pirates Paradise? Well,
Pirates Paradise and then Glow World.
Pirates, let's search this. Pirates Paradise. Park Spotlight episode 80. Wow.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, yeah.
1 year ago.
Jeez.
And then we recently did his Glow World, which you guys would have saw in 2.0, which was only a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, and that was the one I built all out of art shapes with some windows.
Yes, it was really lovely.
Yeah.
So amazing stuff. I'll have a link to a couple of his other Planet Coaster videos that we featured on the show in the description, as well as all his social media stuff. Go check him out on Twitch, give him a follow, check out his YouTube, drop a sub, and stay tuned because he's uploading videos and streaming daily. So if you guys like what you saw in this video, you'll see some more of it from him. And we'll definitely bring you back for future zoo spotlights.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, guys. I really have. Thank you.
Me too. All right, thank you. Thanks again for showing us your zoo. It's wonderful. Really good work here.
I had a terrible time.
All right.
So hard to entertain.
All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye now.